A question that comes up time and time again, at least to me, is can you be so deeply involved in politics and voicing your opinion about political matters and be in ministry at the same time? Well, the answer is yes. It's certainly yes. You're not going to find anywhere in the Bible where we're told to stay away from politics. In fact, Romans 13 tells us this. It says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God." Now, what this is telling us is that our governments are formed and exist because of God. Now, certainly we know in Genesis we're told that a man has free will and man can sin on his own. So yes, there are people in government who sin. That should come as no surprise to you. But that doesn't mean we as Christians should stay out of politics. Our world is so heavily affected by those who lead our country. One example I'll give you that is chief among my concerns in this election, regardless of your political party affiliation or who you're going to vote for, but abortion. Abortion is the taking of a human life created by God. There's no way around it. I also want to ask you this question, and I posted this on Facebook this morning. Have you ever heard a woman announce glowingly how excited she was that she was carrying a fetus? You've probably never heard those words. I certainly haven't. But the reality is, women around the world announce how happy and excited they are to be carrying a baby. So where is this divided line? Where is it that people stop referring to a human life in the womb as a fetus as opposed to a baby? Now, the term fetus actually means an unborn child, so it certainly covers the entire 9 months. But it is used in politics today to convey a thought of a small mass of cells, a blob of flesh, and not a human baby. When in reality, after about 7 to 10 weeks, we have a formed and identifiable human baby with a beating heart. Now, we all know that life ends when the heart ceases to beat. So why should it be so hard for us to believe and understand that life begins when the heart begins to beat? It seems pretty clear-cut and straightforward to me. But I ask you to think about those things as we move closer and closer to November 3rd. Now, many people have already cast their vote, but we need to be aware and understand what side of the spectrum our political parties stand on and our candidates for national office. Are the candidates you're voting for in support of not only abortion, but even greater access to abortion than we have today? If the answer is your candidate supports those things, I would suggest those things are incompatible with Christian life. I wish I could sugarcoat it for you. I wish I could tell you that it's okay, to support women's choice. There's a new term that's being used by some, and they refer to abortion as reproductive health. Now, certainly that includes some birth control and conception preventatives and stuff like that. But the way it's being used today is in lieu of saying the word abortion, because it's not a popular word to say anymore. So some have resorted to renaming abortion women's reproductive health. But I'll just tell you this. There's no health involved in murdering an unborn child. That child is dead. That's not reproductive health. And that's not even healthy for the mother. Now, certainly there are some circumstances out there where a woman's life could be in danger of carrying a child to full term. And I'm not going to go into that today, but that's a completely separate issue. What we're talking about today is abortion. It's nothing less.